ourselves perspective, this reality, the one that we're in right now, that we call real, is the dream. So I ask you again, are you the dreamer or the dreamed? Do you live in this reality we see around us right here? And all the people and all the traffic and all the goings on and all the constant scenarios and replays of old patterns over and over again, old programs over and over again. Are you the dreamer or the dreamed? Of course, to be a lucid dreamer in this world means that you have to be awake, in tune, connected, and in touch with your higher self. And once you are, you learn how to lucid dream within this dream world we call real. How do we do that? Well, there's a lot of ways and a lot of different techniques. And stay tuned to the Mystic Hawk and my insights, and you'll learn more. Bye, dreamers. Before we get into techniques, first we got to understand what a dreamer is. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to my cards. And here we have the lizard. Yeah. The lizard card. And this is from the Medicine Cards deck. I've had this deck, not these particular cards, but here's the old book that I have. And the lizard does talk about dreaming. That is what it represents, is dreaming. So I'm going to read this story to you about the lizard, about what the medicine cards say about lizard, because this is very important to understanding dreaming. Here's the first part here. I'll show it to you. Oh, I can't read it. That's right, iPhone. It reverses everything, so I'll read it to you. Lizard, will you dream with me? Travel across the stars, beyond the place of time and space. There lives a vision from afar. Lizard is dreaming. Lizard sat lolling in the shadows of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to coil up in and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side behind his enormous closed lid. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened and he saw Snake. Snake! You scared me! What do you want? Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. Lizard, you're always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me? Lizard thought for a moment, then agreed. Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go to the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me. Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed. How could I bother you, Lizard? All you're doing is sleeping. Lizard smiled knowingly. Oh, Snake, you are such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping. I'm dreaming. Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained. Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see, that is why I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you, and I know you're full of mouse. Snake was taken aback. Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wondered why you said you would share your rock. Lizard laughed to himself. Snake, he said, you are looking for shade, and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where dreams live. Lizard, and that's a wonderful thing. So lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality, where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. Think about it. Think if all our thoughts were instantly manifested. Some of those would not be so great, right? Lizard could have created getting eaten by snake if he had so desired. Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting. But it is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up with you? Or is it a part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? I see we can all do that, right? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol and try setting a music alarm for 2 or 3 a.m. Or drink a big glass of water. That'll wake you up, right? Hopefully. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them. Okay? So that's very important. I'm going to let you see the lizard card one more time. Are you the dreamer or the dreamed, is what lizard asks. And if you are the dreamer, then this is your reality. You can sleep under a rock with a snake because you dreamed that snake was full, that snake was not a threat, okay? Not a real threat. But of course, how most of the time when we see snakes, that's a problem, especially if you're a lizard, because snakes eat lizards. So it's very important to connect to our dreams, to understand that we are really creating this reality, the dream within this reality here. And part of doing that, and of course there's other people involved, and it gets really complicated. But the first step to understanding is realizing that you are a dreamer. And once you realize that you're creating the dream, then you can start to create some of the rules. And that is, very subjective. This is very nebulous information. As far as dreaming, the nebulous world. It's a different kind of world. Now, one of the things we do want to look at, though, if you're not being a dreamer, if you're not focused on the future, as a lot of us do, I think a lot of us, since what has happened with the great change of events at the last year and all, I don't even want to talk, I can't talk about it on YouTube. Anyway, with all these big changes that we've all collectively faced, a lot of people are looking back to the past, reminiscing, regretting, thinking about the good old days, the what ifs, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But really, all we have is right now. All we have is this very moment. I can't see, so I had to leave these on. All we have is this moment, this now. But Lizard actually asks us to stand in the now, but through our dreams, our imagination, the pineal gland, go into the future. And that requires having a very solid relationship with your future self. That, again, I've talked about talking about that before, but actually I'm going to, but not this time. I want to give you little bits of this information at a time. So if Lizard is so focused in the past, he's supposed to be in the future, creating those dreams, standing in the now, listening to the future, knowing which moves to make exactly right now. If Lizard is upside down, always focused in the past, then Lizard becomes part of somebody else's dream. You're not in your own dream anymore. You're no longer able to lucid dream because those cycles are repeating. You're stuck with the same old script, the same old shit. So let me read Lizard Reverse for you. If lizard has turned up in the contrary position, you may be having a nightmare. This is a sign of inner conflict. Look to the nightmare for a clue to the nature of this conflict. What are your feelings, your nightmare? What are the feelings your nightmare causes? Breathe through these feelings and let the sensations flow out of your body. See the truth in what your nightmare is suggesting. It could be a simple message that you are confronting your fears and therefore do not need to experience nightmarish events in your day-to-day life. Oh yes, that's nice, huh? Better to have them in the dream time, right? Another message of lizard reversed is that you may need more sleep or dream time. So if you're not getting enough sleep, it's very, very important to dream, to sleep. You know, even keep your bedroom space clear. Take those mirrors out. Take those electronics out. It's very important to have a clear sleeping space. Okay, imagination. Here's another key, and we're going to get to this one. Imagination is the door to all new ideas and creation. As you examine the dreaming process, you will find that the subconscious is processing all of the recorded messages it holds concerning the events you experienced today. I mean, our subconscious remembers every leaf on every tree, every license plate it sees, every single thing. It's all being recorded. Every look on a person's face, everything they say, every building you pass by, every, stoplight. It's everything. So all that information's in there, available to us, because all life, everything is connected. The dream will speak to you when you learn to read it. I mean, it's even more fun than reading cards, because everywhere you go out in the world, you can read the clues. Imagination is the door to all new ideas and creations. As you examine the dreaming process, you will find that the subconscious is processing all of the recorded messages it holds concerning the events you experienced during the day. These messages can be suppressed feelings, bringing inner conflict, or they could be new ideas or goals, other dimensions of awareness, future events, warning signals. Warning rule, Robinson, or desires and hopes. In one sense, contrary lizard is insisting, excuse me. In one sense, contrary lizard is insisting that you look to your imagination for new experience. This is necessary when life becomes dull or full of boredom. La la, I'm sure we all kind of got bored being stuck in the house, right? Nobody wants that anymore, right? On the other hand, contrary lizard may also apply to those who dream too much. Too much in those dreams. Refusing to use dreams as tools to manifest that same vision in their lives. Okay, let me read that again. Lizard may also apply to those who dream too much. Refusing to use the dreams as tools to manifest the same vision in their lives. All levels of awareness are accessible through dreams. Remember, life is not always as it seems. Are you the dreamer, or are you the dreamed? Think about that, my lizards. My dreamers out there. So one of the things about imagination, and I will speak on this more next time, because I'm trying to keep these videos relatively short and simple, is now that we understand what a dreamer is, we got to understand which aspects, which part of ourselves is the best dreamer within us. And we can look at it. Okay, we have infancy, childhood, the adolescent, the young adult, and of course who we are now. But in my personal experience, I found my best dreamer was the 5-year-old. Oh my God. They have the best language skills, but they're still connected to the dream world. and they believe in magic, and they know where it is, especially in your subconscious mind. So the inner child is the key to your imagination. I mean, that, wow, awesome imagination. You can imagine without it. But, you know, it kind of be a boring dream world. So the inner child says. Okay, until we meet again, I will give you, there's something to contemplate. I don't know how to end this. So anyway, that's it for now. And thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. I hate saying that stuff, but you know, it's part of it. So I really appreciate it. Yes, my website is up and available. Again, I'm still tweaking it, working on it. And I will be doing some sort of readings. I have some of them out there, but I'm going to have it limited to just the one hour live reading for right now, until I see how things develop with me and how I'm going to be doing this from now on. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And hello again. And bye-bye, dreamers. We'll see you soon.